Michael Knowles. For many, he's a name that commands attention in the world of conservative media. For Daily Wire fans, he is nothing less than a pillar of intellect, wit, and insight. But what makes him so compelling isn't just what he says, it's how he says it, why he says it, and the journey that brought him to this position of influence. Born and raised in New York, Michael's early life was marked by curiosity, intellectual ambition, and an affinity for ideas. From a young age, he was drawn to books, debates, and discussions. Friends and family describe a boy who loved to question, to understand, to dissect the world around him. He gravitated toward philosophy, history, and literature, subjects that would become the foundation for his later career. These formative experiences weren't just academic exercises, they were exercises in understanding human nature, society, and the principles that govern both. After high school, Michael's path led him to higher education, where he distinguished himself not only academically, but also as a communicator. He demonstrated a rare ability to bridge complex philosophical concepts with accessible discussion. He didn't just study ideas, he learned how to convey them in ways that resonated with others, whether in classrooms, on stage, or later on media platforms. This combination of intellect and communication skill would prove essential in his career. Early on, Michael also discovered a passion for performance. Whether it was through public speaking, debates, or acting, he realized the power of presentation. Ideas alone are not enough. Delivery matters. The way a thought is communicated can make it persuasive, compelling, and memorable. Michael honed these skills, understanding that the marriage of content and delivery is what distinguishes a commentator from a true media presence. Before joining the Daily Wire, Knowles' career path included speaking engagements, writing opportunities, and media appearances that helped him refine his voice. He wasn't looking for fleeting fame, he was building depth and authority. His early work demonstrated an ability to think critically, challenge assumptions, and present arguments with precision. This period of preparation laid the groundwork for his eventual rise to prominence. Joining the Daily Wire was a natural next step. Michael Knowles didn't just become a host, he became a voice, a thinker, and a cultural commentator with influence far beyond the screen. His segments are characterized by sharp analysis, clear arguments, and a balance of humor and gravity. He tackles controversial subjects with confidence, dissecting political and cultural issues with a depth rarely seen in modern media. Audiences don't just watch, they engage, reflect, and often find themselves challenged in their own thinking. One of the hallmarks of Knowles' style is his ability to mix intellectual rigor with accessibility. He can discuss philosophy, theology, history, and culture without losing his audience. He takes abstract concepts and grounds them in the realities of modern life, connecting ideas to events, trends, and societal challenges. And this is no small feat. Many commentators either oversimplify complex subjects or overwhelm viewers with jargon. Knowles strikes a balance that keeps audiences both informed and entertained. Michael's humor is also integral to his appeal. It's never cheap or forced, it's sharp, insightful, and often a vehicle for emphasizing key points. He uses humor to illustrate contradictions, highlight absurdities, and make his audience think critically, all while keeping the tone engaging and relatable. In a media landscape often dominated by shouting matches and polarization, this combination of wit and substance sets him apart.
In fact, they were the opposite of defenders of colonialism. They fought a bloody war, they risked their lives to end colonialism in America and to end rule in Great Britain. They wanted their political independence.
You fucking fascist! Shame! 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 Shame!
Oh, these kids are really proving me wrong. You see, because my premise was that these students are ignorant and not well behaved. But they're proving me wrong tonight. They called me a fascist for defending George Washington. Behold your country, leftists. Behold. I hope the cameras catch all the faces here, too. Because I think this school costs about $70,000 a year to attend. This is the job they've done.
Books are another dimension of Michael Knowles' influence. His written works demonstrate not only his depth of knowledge, but also his ability to synthesize ideas across disciplines. History, philosophy, theology, and cultural commentary all converge in his writing, offering readers both insight and perspective. His books have become essential reading for those seeking to understand conservative thought, cultural critique, and the intellectual foundation of modern political discourse. For many fans, the books complement his on screen presence, allowing for a deeper exploration of the ideas he presents in his segments and podcasts. Knowles' media appearances and debates further cement his status. Whether on podcasts, live panels, or televised interviews, he consistently demonstrates confidence, poise, and depth. He doesn't merely argue, he persuades. He doesn't simply comment, he educates. His debating style is marked by preparation, clarity, and the ability to engage opponents without descending into ad hominem attacks or sensationalism. He represents an approach to discourse that is rare in today's media, one that values substance over spectacle. Another critical aspect of his influence is audience connection. Knowles understands that media is a two-way street. He speaks to his viewers, but he also listens, in the sense that he anticipates questions, challenges, and counter arguments. This attentiveness fosters a sense of trust and respect. Viewers know that when Michael speaks, it is with intention, research, and thoughtfulness. They are not being fed talking points. They're being invited into a conversation, a dialogue, and a journey of explanation. Michael's contribution to the Daily Wire extends beyond his individual segments. He embodies the brand's core principles: intellectual rigor, cultural critique, and fearless conservatism. He is a figure who elevates the platform, attracts audiences not just with his personality, but with substance. In a world where media often prioritizes clicks over content, he demonstrates that thoughtful commentary can also be widely consumed and deeply influential. What's more, Knowles has maintained this trajectory without sacrificing integrity. Even as his profile grows and his audience expands, he remains grounded, disciplined, and committed to principle. Those who know him personally describe him as thoughtful, approachable, and deliberate, qualities that inform both his work and his influence. He exemplifies the idea that success in media doesn't have to come at the cost of ethics or substance. His career also raises interesting questions about the future of conservative media. What does it take to succeed in an environment increasingly dominated by social media, polarization, and short attention spans? Knowles shows that preparation, knowledge, and an ability to communicate clearly are just as important as charisma or controversy. He is proof that ideas, when presented with clarity and conviction, can capture attention and influence culture. And yet, despite his many achievements, Michael Knowles' work continues to evolve. He constantly seeks new ways to engage audiences, explore complex topics, and brings fresh perspectives to the conversation. He isn't content to rest on past success. He experiments with formats, topics, and mediums, from podcasts to written works to live events, demonstrating a commitment to growth, adaptability, and relevance. For viewers, Michael Knowles is more than a commentator. He's a guide. He helps audiences navigate the complexities of politics, culture, and society. He challenges assumptions, illuminates nuances, and encourages critical thinking. In doing so, he strengthens not only the individual understanding, but the broader conversation around ideas, values, and principles. In this episode, we celebrate Michael Knowles, the thinker, the speaker, and the author, and the stalwart of the Daily Wire. His journey demonstrates that intellect, preparation, and dedication can elevate both media and public discourse. He serves as an example of how one can balance substance with style, rigor with accessibility, and thoughtfulness with engagement. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Michael Knowles' life, work, and impact, make sure you subscribe and check out our Daily Wire series for more episodes on the personalities shaping modern conservative media. Drop a comment and join the conversation. Where do you see Knowles' influence in today's media landscape? How has his work changed the way you think about politics, culture, or debate? This discussion is ongoing, and the story is far from over. Check in next week. I'm really excited for the episode about Jordan Peterson. That will be our final Daily Wire episode in this series.
Before we go, I should point out there are people in the back of the room who have put tape over their mouths as though they've been censored, as though they're not able to speak. So I just like to take the opportunity. Nobody is stopping you from speaking. We're actually inviting you to speak. If anybody would like to come up and ask a question, now's your opportunity. You can cut the entire line. Would anybody who has masking tape over their mouths, well, you don't have masking tape. Oh, you can come ask a question too. But I mean specifically the people who are making a statement and saying, I am being censored. Would any of you like to remove the masking tape, which you put on yourself, and come up here and ask a question? Or would you rather stand back there and play the victim? I think we got my answer. Okay.